And we are live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We live again. It's another beautiful, excuse me, Saturday, and we are live. We thank God for life. We thank God for grace. We thank you too for being a blessing on here. Please share to be a blessing when you get on here. Whoever is on here, thanks for joining. We appreciate you very much for your support. We appreciate you for joining us as always. We don't take your support lightly at all. We thank you very much. Please share to be a blessing when you get on here for us. Let others know we are live. Let people know we on, right? Let people know we are live. Thank you so much for the support. It is another beautiful Saturday. How have you been? How has your week been? How have you been? How is everything? You know, how is the family? How was the week? We bless God for your life. We thank you for joining, for the support always. As I share on here, please share to be a blessing for others, for us. We will start in few. Thanks for joining, son. How are you? We bless God so much for your life. We appreciate you all so much. Please share to be a blessing here. It is always a pleasure seeing you all here. It is always good to know you. You are doing well and you support us. We appreciate you so much. How have you been? How is the family? How is everybody doing? How have you been? It is another beautiful Saturday morning. Even though it's raining here, but um, it's a beautiful morning, and we can't take that lightly at all. We can acknowledge that how well or how good God is to us, right? So as I share on here a bit, please do same for us. Share to be a blessing for us. Share to let people know we are live, right? It is a dose of encouragement incorporated. And you know how we do it. We come your way. Um, we come so we can learn from each other. We come so we can understand each other. We come so we can help each other up, right? And today, if you all can see, our topic is change and embracing change, right? Change, embracing change. And you might ask me, but we all know change. If we know change, how exactly are we using it? If we know change, how exactly are we letting that affect us? If we know change, are we afraid of change? Are we afraid to make changes in our lives? Are we afraid to take on certain things because we are scared of the unknown, because we are scared of what we don't know, or because we are scared of what might happen, right? So if we're talking of change, if we accent, we're saying that embracing change or change in itself, it is making something new. It is modifying certain things. It is modifying certain ways in our lives. So we are good to go, modifying certain ways in our lives. So it suits us or it makes us a better person, modifying certain things in our lives. So it gives us the upper hand. Let me use that word, right? So it gives us the upper hand to not only change wherever we are, not only change the situation that we have, not only change the things that are going on in our lives, right? But to also evolve through it, to also become better of ourselves through it, to also touch the things that we've never touched in a long while, right? To also modify and bring more to our lives. right? So as I share this, that will start more in a minute. Let me share this on here. So to basically give something a chance, right? Give something understand and give something uh, 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 um, a way forward. Let me use that word. Give something the ability to understand that, hey, this is it. This is what I need to do. This is where I am. And this is what I need to do. This is where I need to go to. This is where I need to understand that, hey, this, and that. I need to change in order to evolve. I need to change in order to understand what I'm dealing with. I need to change in order to move forward. But we oftentimes are scared. Oftentimes we don't understand. Oftentimes we psych ourselves and we like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't know how if I don't know if I can do this. I'm stuck here. This is what I know. This is all I've known all my life. So why do I have to change? This is all I've known all my life. Why? What is the need? What is the importance of me changing? Right? But when we embrace change, right? I salute you to my brother Crime Testimony. Thanks for joining. When we embrace change, right? Things, I am well by grace. How about you? How is the family? Right? When we embrace change, right? Things improve. When we embrace change, we evolve. When we embrace change, we turn to make things better. If I can put it out. So I wrote here, I said to improve is to change, right? To perfect is to change often. So you are not stuck in that one phase. You are not stuck in that spot where you say, oh, all my life, this is what I've known. All my life, this is what I understand. You're not stuck there, right? You embrace that change. You embrace that difference. You embrace it because constant change brings perfection. Constant change brings improvement. Constant change makes you do better, right? Constant change. So we not being afraid to change. We not it is okay to be afraid, but it is not okay not to do well to change that mentality. It is okay to fear the unknown. It is okay to say, this thing that I am going into, I don't know how it will turn out. I don't know what it would be like, but I am willing to give it a try. I am willing to change. I am willing to understand what exactly I have to deal with. I am willing to do that, right? That is what you have to understand. That is the mindset that we have to have, right? That is the mindset we have to have. So it is okay to be afraid of what is. It is okay to be afraid of what is going to happen. It is okay to be afraid of, I don't know what, but I am going to try anyway. I don't know what, but I'm going to do my best anyway. I don't know what, but I am willing to give change a chance, right? So I said the greatest discovery of all times is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude. Can I say that again? The greatest discovery of all times is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude, by merely changing his mindset, by merely changing the fact that, hey, I'm afraid of this. Hey, I don't know how this thing is going to go, but I'm going to give it a try. A person can change their future by merely changing their perception, by merely changing the way they see things, by merely changing the way they understand things. Change, embracing change, understanding that some way somehow in our lives, in the journey of life, we need to change. Some way somehow in the journey of life, we need to understand that things are not going to be the same, and so we need to move in the direction of the way things are going. Change. Change. It is not going to be easy. It is not going to be on a silver platter that you get up and say, oh, change has come, so let me take it. No, it is a constant effort. So the greatest discovery of all times is that a person can change their future only if they change their attitude, only if they understand that they need to change, only if they have the need, like they understand what it means, what change means to them in their life. I said change is the inevitable growth. I said change is inevitable. Growth is optional, right? Change is inevitable. Change will come regardless you like it or not. Change will come regardless you are ready for it or not. Change will come regardless of whatever stage you are in your life. But growth is optional. But with these two hand in hand, you end up doing so well. With these things two hand in hand, you can foresee into the future. So as much as it's inevitable and as much as growth is optional, when you combine them two, great things happen, right? So the greatest discovery is by changing one's attitude, right? But then also remembering that every great dream begins with a dreamer, and that change is part of that process. So embrace it. So every dream starts with a dreamer. Every dream starts with somebody wishing to be something, wishing to do this, wishing to do that. But in so doing, in all that, change is part of that. Whether, however you slice it, change is part of it. However you take it, change is part of it. However you put it, change can never be taken out. However you take it, change can never be taken out. It is for us to understand. The moment we get to understand that change is inevitable and change is part of our lives, we will never understand what it takes to evolve. We will never understand what it takes to understand what needs to be put into the situation in order to change things around. We will never understand that. So as much as we are stuck in one space, sometimes it is good to throw a challenge out there. Sometimes it is good to throw a challenge out there, right? Change is a constant thing that you cannot take. Even if you try, you cannot take it out of the equation. Even if you want to, you cannot take it out of the equation. So remember that every great dream begins with a dreamer, and that change is part of that process. So the earlier we embrace it, the better. I said your ability to change measures your intelligence. Your ability to conform to change, your ability to change in situations measures one's intelligence. So don't say that, oh, me, this is all I know. This is all I have been. This is all I want to. Hello? Your ability to change measures your intelligence, measures how well you are endowed, measures how sharp you are. So when a person is in your life and all they say is, oh, this is all I know, I can't change, oh no, measure their intelligence, measure how well they perceive things, measure how well They grasp it. Measure how well they're doing. My son, he says, change is always proportionate to knowledge. Yes, it's proportionate to knowledge. So if you measure a person's intelligence and it's not that well, find out how they respond to change. Find out what exactly they do when it comes to situations that need to be changed or perceptions that need to be changed. How difficult it is for them to come around. How difficult is it for them to come around? So until a person is willing to change, right, they will not be able to evolve. Until a person is willing to change, nothing you say to them matters. Until a person is willing to embrace change, all you will do is talk. All you will do is wish. All you will do is that you will tell them, but they will not take it. If a person is not willing to change, how well do you embrace change? Your ability to change measures your intelligence. I said, you can change what is going on around you. Until you start changing, you cannot change what is going on around you until you start changing what is going on within you. Change starts from within. Change starts from inwardness, right? Change starts from oneself. Change starts from me being able to say or agree with my heart and say, whatever is going on is not right. I need to accept and change. I need to accept or I need to do things differently, right? That is only when you can start to change the things that are around you. That is the only time you can choose to change the things that you are dealing with or the things that you're facing around you, right? So it starts with inwardness. Agree to have yourself change in order to change what is going on around you. It's as simple as that. Right? So you cannot change what is going on around you until you start changing what is within you. Right? Until you start changing what is going on within you. Right? I said, remember, you cannot go back and change the beginning, but you can change your ending. Right? You cannot go back to whatever happened 10 years ago. You cannot go back to whatever happened 2 years ago. The deed has already been done. The damage has already been done. You can only change from here. You can only change from what you're dealing with now. You can only change from this step forward, this stage forward. Right? You can only start changing from this side forward. So you cannot go, you can try to mend certain things, mend certain affairs, but what was done, right? What happened was done, right? So you cannot go back and change the beginning. You can only change what is going on from here. You can only change that. I wrote here, I said, change isn't always comfortable, but a fact of life. Change isn't always pleasant. Change doesn't come easy. Change doesn't come on a silver or on a comfortable platter. Change doesn't come on a comfortable platter. It is not always comfortable because guess what? That person has been in that state for almost all her life or all his life, right? This is all he knows. This is all she knows. So it is not comfortable. It it would take some work. It would take some effort. It would take some input, but it is doable. So when you meet a person that says, "Oh, all I know is this. I can change it." Check their life. Check their life. We are changing for the better. We are changing for the good. We are changing to evolve ourselves. We are changing to do well for ourselves. To change means to understand the importance of that thing that needs to be changed. Right? So change is not always comfortable. Change needs to have some shifting. Sometimes you have to have some shifting around in order to change. Sometimes you have to have some shifting around in order to change. It doesn't come easy. It is not easy. It takes time for people to understand what change brings. It takes time for people to understand the importance of it, especially for somebody that knows nothing but one thing. And then right now you're telling him or her that, hey, this thing needs to be changed, or this thing needs to be done a different way, right? It doesn't come on a comfortable platter. It is hard to deal with. It is hard to wrap yourself around it. It is hard to get the totality of it, but it is doable, right? It is doable. It isn't always comfortable, but it is a fact of life, right? Change your mindset and be happy. Change your mindset and move forward. Change your mindset and have a renewal of state. Change your mindset and see things work for you. Change your mindset and see how good the other side is. And when I talk of the other side, I'm not talking of the bad side. You've sat in that state for a long time. It is not being of any help to you. It is not being of any good to you. That is where you change it. I said some time ago, I said we move with positive trends, right? We evolve as things changes in life. We evolve as good things come in life. We evolve as things changing for the better, right? So if you are out of a date, if you are sitting in that same 1920 idea, you're not going anywhere, right? If you're still sitting in that same mentality, you're not going anywhere. And so you need to change. You need to start understanding the importance of what it means to change, the importance of what it takes to change, the importance of how well it will benefit you should you change your mentality, should you change your the way of doing certain things, should you embrace change, right? I said change your thought and change your world. Don't be stuck in that archaic mentality. Don't be stuck in that archaic principle. Don't be stuck in that old things. Don't be stuck in that. Don't be stuck in that. It will only make you do double work. It would only make you do extra work. It will only make you do double work. Because what it takes for you to do in an hour, it will take you 3 hours to do, because you are stuck in that old principle. You are stuck in that old mentality. You are stuck in that old idea. Meanwhile, there are faster way of doing things. Meanwhile, there are good way of getting things done on a smoother and faster level, right? There is a saying that work smarter and not harder, right? So when we relate it to this, you being able to change with a trend, you being able to change with how things are moving, how things are being done now, will go a very long way to help you. I said you can change your life by changing your heart. To change a person that is used to a certain way, it starts by changing their hearts, right? It starts by you advising and convincing them that, hey, this thing will benefit you. This thing will go a long way to help you. This thing will go a long way to give you an upper hand. This thing will go a long way to help you understand what needs to be done out there, right? So it starts by you changing your heart, right? It starts by you changing that person's heart. My brother Roy says, embracing change is accepting that you can't keep everything, and hands up. He said it. Hands up. Right? Accepting that you cannot change everything, or you cannot keep everything under control. So if it means to you changing the way you do things, if it means to change how you handle stuff, then it has to start with your heart. It has to start by you understanding, why do I need to change this? Why do I need this thing to go that way? Why does this need to be done that way? It needs convincing. That person that is in your life, that they don't want to change nothing, they are stuck in their old ways, they are stuck in their out of date ways. Start changing their mind, start changing their heart. That is the only way they can change. So you can change your life by changing your heart. Changing the way you see things, changing how things appeal to you, changing, not being stuck in one idea, not being stuck in one principle, not being stuck and say, oh, as for me, this is all I know. I can't change. How about you giving it a try? How about you having an open mind? We spoke about, I think 3 weeks ago, being open-minded, right? So how about you having an open-minded an open mind for a minute? Right? Have an open mind for a minute. See how well that open mind will change your perception. See how well that open mind will let you understand the things that you thought they are a certain way, meanwhile they're not, right? So change your thoughts and change your life. Change the way you see things. Change the way you look at things. It is okay to believe in what you have. It is okay to stand by your beliefs. It is okay to stand on what you need to stand on, right? But it is also okay to have an open mind. Right? It is okay to stick by your beliefs, to stick by what you have. But you having the ability to change when time comes or when the need arises is important. I said, when life changes to be harder, change yourself to be stronger. When life changes to be harder, change yourself to be stronger. So when life is hitting us left, right, center, when life is hitting us front, back, around us, right? You got to change to conform the situation. You got to change to meet up the situation. You got to change to face that situation. Change yourself to be stronger. My brother wrote, embracing change is key to our growth as an individual and highly affect our overall success and happiness. He said it. He said it. Right? So when life start to throw things at you, when life start to bombard you left, right, center, maybe it's because you are stuck in that perception. Maybe it's because you are stuck in that idea. How about you changing yourself to be stronger? How about you changing yourself and seeing things in a certain way? That is the only way it can help you understand what needs to be done or what you need to do to move on, right? I said, remember, every day is a new change to change your life. Every day is an opportunity to change what you think of. Every day is an opportunity to learn something new. Change keeps on going. Constant change, right? Keeps on going. It doesn't stop at one spot. It doesn't stay at one place. It keeps on evolving. It keeps on moving, right? It keeps on moving. It keeps on moving. 1 second. It keeps on moving. So why don't you embrace it for a minute? Why don't you understand what needs to be done for a minute? Why don't you get yourself into it? Every day is a new change. To change what we think, to change where we are, to change what we're dealing with, to change how we see things. Right? And remember, life always offers us another chance. Call today. So if you were not able to do certain things yesterday, life gave you another chance, another change, another medium today. Start by thinking for a minute, what do I need to do to change what I'm dealing with? What do I need to do? Why am I not changing to conform to that situation? Excuse me, right? Why am I not changing the way I see things? Why am I not changing how I relate to things? Why am I not being able to understand and wrap my head around whatever is going on? He says, embracing change helps you adapt and be flexible. My brother Kwame Testimony has already started with the importance of change, right? It is of importance that we don't become afraid of change. It is of importance that we don't get scared when things need to be bent, when things need to be straightened up a little bit, when things need to be done a certain way to get the results that we need. The right way, though, right? It is of a very important structure. So you've been given another chance, another change, which is today. What are you going to use it for? What are you going to use it for? How are you going to use today? That situation you're dealing with needs to be changed around. That situation you are dealing with, you need to reposition certain things. You need to reposition certain things. But you are sitting there, this is all I know. What will be, will be. Yes, sometimes what will be. But you also need to put in the work. You also need to embrace that change. You also need to embrace that new you. As I said, for a person who has known one way all their life, it won't be easy for them to change. It won't be easy for them to accept change. It won't be easy for them to understand that, hey, maybe this change will be good for you. Hey, maybe this change will be good for you. It won't be easy. It won't be easy for them. But as long as they have changed, or they have a changed heart and a changed mind to see the potential of what they will get when they embrace change, speaks volume. Right? That speaks volume. As I said earlier, your ability to change measures your intelligence. Your ability to change show people how well you are able to adapt in certain situations. Your ability to understand the need, the understanding to allow yourself to go through certain things and pick up what needs to be changed in order to use them goes a long way. Goes a long way. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. Oh, as for me, this is what I need. This is what I know. For how many years now? This is all I know. I cannot change. Maybe they don't have the resources. Maybe they don't have the push. Maybe they don't have somebody that will tell them, hey, it is time to see things in a different way. It is time to look at certain things. It is time to have an open mind and a change of heart on certain things. It is time. Sometimes these people, all they need is having somebody that will advise and convince them, that show them the proof. Let me put it that way. That, hey, if you do this, this is what you get, A, B, C, and Z, right? Maybe that's all they need. Maybe that's all they need. And that person could be you. That person could be that little girl around you. That person could be that old lady around you. Why? Because they're going to tell you with they're going to use their life as an example, right? They're going to tell you that, hey, this thing that you did, or this thing that I did, this is what it landed me. So if you are going on that path, I will advise you to change. If you are going on that path, I will say, use this, use that, use that. My brother, he said, every change, whether big or small, carries valuable lesson and opportunities for personal growth. He said it. That's why I love my audience. He said it. Point blank, period. Hit right on the nail, right? Maybe that person can tell you because they've been through that. They were like that and it didn't end them anywhere, right? And so if they are telling you, they're giving you advice that, hey, this is what you need to do. This is how I did it and it wasn't right for me. So I'm urging you to change. I'm urging you to be open to what might come. I'm urging you to do it a different way than what I did. Don't let such a person go. Don't let such a person live your life. Don't let such a person run away from you, if I can use that word. Run away. Because they bring value to your life. Right? They bring value. So if there is some, regardless of that person's age, regardless of wherever they are in life, if they are convincing you to change your mind for the good, sometimes you got to listen. Sometimes you got to give it a thought. Sometimes you got to have an open mind to receive and an open heart to receive. How are you embracing your change? How are you embracing every change that is coming your way? How are you embracing whatever needs to be done for you to get to your destination? How are you doing it? Are you stuck with your old ways? Are you stuck with one place? Are you stuck with the only thing that you've known? It is good to start with what you've known in certain areas, but when the change will benefit you, it is also good to look at it. It is good to look at it, right? So, why is it important for us to embrace change? What is so good about it? What is so important about it, right? Viewers, if you are joining us and you don't know what this is the Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. If you don't know who I am, my name is Amanda Akrufiaye, and I am your host and founder of A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. If you haven't subscribed yet or check us out here, please do turn the notification button on and you will get notification when we come on here. But embracing change, right? Embracing change drives growth, as my brother said, in all areas of our lives. We grow. As I said earlier when I started, we evolve when we embrace change. We evolve when we embrace change. We grow in all aspects when we embrace change. Things start to happen when we embrace change, when we are not stuck at one state, right? When we are not stuck. When we are not stuck, right? So change drives growth in all areas of our lives. I said embracing change help us to be adaptable and flexible, as my brother wrote over there. Right? It allows us to adapt to certain things. It allows us to adapt to certain situations in our lives. It allows us to adapt to make sure that we are comfortable in certain situations. It allows us to adapt. Right? It allows us to adapt. So it drives growth. It allows us to adapt in all areas of our lives and be flexible. It embracing change also enable us to validate and reevaluate our ideas. Right? Validate if what we've been having, or if the idea that we stuck with is still valid, if the ideas that we have is still the same, is still everything that everybody is going or following, if it is the same. So validating our ideas and reevaluating them at the same time too. Right? So embracing change enable us to validate what we have, what we believe in, what we've been holding on to all this while. Right? 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 So it validates that. We are able to reevaluate if what we believe in is still the same, if what we believe in still holds, if what we believe in is still valid. I said embracing change exposes our strength, exposes how well we are able to handle stuff, exposes how well we are able to change or conform to certain situations. It shows your strength. It shows how well you can adapt. It shows how well you are endowed. Right? It shows how well you are endowed. Embracing change allow us to learn new things. Right? So we don't get stuck in where we are. We don't get stuck in that bubble that we find ourselves in. Oh, this is all I've known all my life. This is all I've been through. This is all I have dealt with. So I'm not changing, right? It helps us learn new things. It helps us put ourselves out there. It helps us reevaluate our ideas and validate them. It helps us be flexible and adapt to certain situations. Right? How are you adapting to that situation that you're dealing with? How are you changing? How are you accepting that change that has come? Listen, that change might not come to stay. Maybe it is just there for a brief moment, right? Maybe it is just there to let you see how things are going, to let you see what you've built up, what you've held yourself in, right? For a minute. So your ability to change measures your intelligence, measures your growth, shows you what you've learned or what needs to be learned in that situation. Right? It shows you what you need to do, what you need to let go, what you need to revise, what you need to change around. That is you accepting change. That is you embracing change. Because you're looking at whatever I have to deal with, whatever I have in here. How is it helping me for my growth? How is it helping me to evolve? How is it helping me to do well? Am I stuck in my old ways? Am I stuck in the old? Am I going with the trend? Am I going with, am I current enough? Am I current enough? As I always say on this platform, it is not going to be easy. Everything that you haven't been doing ever since you were born, or from the time you started growing up, and now you need to change or you need to reevaluate it, is not going to come easy. It's not going to be easy. It won't be on a, so as I said, changes comes uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. Change doesn't serve you on a comfortable platter. Yes, it is a fact of life, but it doesn't serve you on a comfortable platter. It serves you with the thorns. It serves you with peers. It serves you with everything that you are ever exposed to, right? So your ability to hold that up, your ability to pick from what change is serving you, speaks volume about you, speaks a lot about you. It speaks a lot about you. So it drives growth in our lives. It helps us be adaptable and flexible. It enables us to validate and evaluate whatever ideas that we've been sitting on. It exposes our strength, right? It allows us to learn new things. And I wrote here, I said, embracing change help us handle setbacks and appreciate success. It allows us to handle setbacks. Setbacks are going to come. Setbacks are going to show up one way or the other. How you handle it matters. Thanks for joining, and I see you on here. Right? How you handle it matters. Until you understand that, hey, whatever I've been dealing with is not helping me. Whatever I've been dealing with is not helping me grow. Whatever I've been dealing with, all it does is setting me back. All it does is pushing me back. All it does is taking me to a place that I do not wish to be. Then embrace that change and work on it. Embrace that change and figure out what needs to be done. It is not easy to go from something that you've known for 30 something years, for 40 something years, for 50 something years, right? And say that, oh, I'm going to do it this way. It takes time. So it is good to change your heart and mind whilst embracing that change, right? So don't get stuck in that old things. Sometimes it is good to have yourself surrounded with people that are not your age, that are younger than you, that are older than you, right? That are younger than you and older than you. Why am I saying this? Because you will learn from each side of the coin. Maybe all I know to do is cook food in a certain way, cook a certain food in a certain way, right? Which makes me so tired by the time I finish doing, right? But maybe I also have somebody in my life that knows how to do that same thing in a better way. Work hard, smarter, not harder, right? So, with that being said, I should be able to have an open mind to that person and say, hey, I know you do this and you do it half the time that I do mine. What is the secret? How do I move from here to there? How do I do it the way that you do? That same thing, right? How do I start by understanding what needs to be done? You're not putting your ideas out. You're not throwing your ideas totally out, right? But you are picking from what this person is going to tell you. And you're going to add up to it. Yes, what needs to be taken off what you already have, then you need to do it. But at the same time, you pick from what this person is telling you. That is why I always say that it is always better to go back to the blackboard, the vision board. Do you all remember that? It is always good to go back to that. Because you have those things listed up. And if something is now working, right, then you tweak it a little bit here and there. But if you stuck in that same old way, meanwhile, whatever you're doing is not yielding any fruit. Whatever you're doing is not yielding any result, any positive results for that matter. Right? But you stuck in it. Oh, this is all I know. Oh, all my life, this is all I've been. Sit there. You have to be able to embrace change when they come. You have to be able to understand that certain things are not going to be like that for years. It needs to be changed around. So I said, and I'm going to say it again, your ability to change measures your intelligence. Your ability to pick from what you don't have, or to move around certain ideas, move around certain situations. Listen, situations come our way to check how well we can deal with pressure in some part, right? So if that thing is in your life, or if you're dealing with that situation, and all you saying is, oh, this is all I know, this is all I've learned all my life, so I'm not going to change. I'm not going to look for other solutions. I'm not going to find out what I can do to make this work. You're not going to go forward. You're not going to go forward, right? You would not. So making something different, making something new so that we can evolve, so that we can grow, so that we can understand that, hey, my validations are right, but it needs tweaking. My validations are good. I have evaluated whatever I have in my basket, right? But I think that I can add one or two from this person. I think that I can add one or two from this thing. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. And I said earlier, I said, you cannot change what is around you until you change what is within you. So until you have that mindset, right? Until you have that mindset, I see you on here, Prophet Norris. Thank you so much for joining. Until you have that mindset to change, you will not be able to change whatever is around you, right? Your ability to change measures your intelligence, right? It is not going to be easy. It is not going to, you're not going to get up tomorrow and say, oh, I saw this thing. They said I should change, so I've changed. No, it is not going to be easy. It takes you renewing your mind. That's why we said it takes you re-evaluating what you have and validating them. If they are still good, if they are still valid, if they are still what people are using, if they are still what is trending. You trend with a positive things. That is where change come in. That is where embracing change come in. I said the greatest discovery of all times is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude, by merely changing what he thinks, by merely changing how he does things, by merely changing, having that open mindset and say, I have done this, I have done that, I have done that. It is not helping me. What else can I do? How else can I change it around? What is everybody doing that they are succeeding? What is everybody doing that it is going well for them? What is everybody doing? But also remember that you are not everybody, right? So you pick from there, you pick what will benefit you from whoever is in your life, whatever you're dealing with, and then you work with it. And then you work with it. Embrace change. It is part of life. The only things that we get served by change is today. You cannot change what happened yesterday. You cannot change what happened from the beginning. You can only change what goes on from here. Embrace it. Use it to your advantage. Embrace it. Use it for your good. Embrace it. Use it to better yourself and move on. Embrace change. You change your life by changing your heart. You change your life by changing your attitude. You change your life by changing the things that you are stuck with that are not helping you. Change goes a long way to support us, to help us understand what needs to be done, understand what needs to be changed, understand what needs to be tweaked. Understand that. So this week, we are going to go forth and listen to what others are saying that we know for a fact that it is true. We know for a fact that, hey, what this person is saying is right. I need to tweak certain things. I am stuck in this way, even though that is not what everybody is using to achieve their success. I need to look into what I'm dealing with and change. I need to look into what I'm surrounded with and see what best or what will benefit me best. Embrace that change, that positive change in your life. Embrace that positive change that is knocking at your door. Embrace that positive change that will help you not only grow, but evolve and get you closer to your destination. That will get you closer to where you need to be. That will get you closer to what you need to achieve at the end of the day. If you don't know what this is a Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. We come your way every Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard, 11 a.m. GMT time. If you don't know who I am your host and founder of A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. If you haven't checked our website out, please do. My brother, if you can put it on here for me, adoei.org. Check us out. As I said, you are more than welcome to join us. If you want to be an encourager, a member, a contributor, you are more than welcome. As the organization is growing, you are more than welcome. You can reach out to me and I will surely respond to you. You are more than welcome to also let us know what we are doing right and what we need to change. Let me put it on here, ADOEI. Right? That is our website right there. That's our website right there. You can also let us know what we are doing right and what we need or what we can change. You are more than welcome to let us know on that. Our social impact project for next year is still ongoing. You are welcome to support in any way, shape, or form, right? If you feel like, hey, you want to be stay anonymous and you don't want people to know, you can use our donate button on our website on there. Also use the join us button. We are building a community, a home away from home, where you wouldn't be judged, where you wouldn't be looked upon, but where you can get the support that you need. If you are here and you know somebody who would benefit from this but cannot watch the video version of it on our website, we have audio podcast of the same content on there. You can click on it and it will take you to Spotify, that we have it on there, but you can listen to it on the go. If ADOEI has been a blessing to you, let us know. Send us your testimonial so people can benefit from it. Also, let me know if there are any questions that we need to address before we leave on here. But you are more than welcome to check us out, look around. I did promise you all of our content from our just ended social impact project that we did in August. It is on the website with the photos and all the write-up on there. It is there. Feel free to read through it and see what we are doing. We don't take your support lightly. We don't take your kindness lightly. We appreciate you so much. We thank God for your life. We pray that as you support and as you portray ADOEI to the world, may God honor you, increase you, and answer you in time of need. All right. If you need any assistance, please let us know. My brother Kwame testimony says, God willing, this coming Wednesday is his birthday. What date is that? The 27th. Am I right? Yes, because I know the 26th is my husband's birthday. Yes, the 27th. All right, we'll keep that in mind. But you are so welcome to join us. If you haven't followed us here on Facebook yet, please hit the subscribe button or the notification button, like our page, share it out there. We are also on YouTube as well with the same name, A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. And we have all these videos also on there. Feel free to subscribe and follow us. And we wish you the very, very, very best. But my brother Kwame testimony, before I leave here, let me take this medium to wish you a very blissful, happy birthday in advance, right? May God honor and increase you. May he support you. May he come to your rescue anytime you call him, all right? I will get with you later on that as the day approaches. Thank you so much. I cannot mention everybody's name on here, but to my board of directors, to my family, to anybody that is supporting me one way or the other. My Joyce, I see you on here. That is supporting us one way or the other. My Joyce, I'm still coming for our contribution. That is supporting us one way or the other. You are so appreciated, and we thank God so much. We pray that God continue to bless you, so you'll be able to be a blessing to us, to be a blessing to the orphanages that we support. As I said, next year we're doing a book drive to schools.
And so we've started collecting any educational materials that you are willing to let go. You can also say, hey, I cannot go out there and purchase whatever you need, so take this. And remember, if you support us, our company is a 501c. Those that don't know what a 501c is, we are tax exempt, so you can write it off during your taxes time. Once again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all so much, and there is nothing you can do about it. I appreciate your input. I appreciate your support. Please share this video out there to bless others, for us to let people be a blessing. All right. You might be somebody's source of blessing. I said, don't be a blessing stopper always. Share this video out there and let somebody be blessed. Until then, have a fruitful Saturday. Have a blessful Saturday. Those that are in the state, if you have the rain coming your way, please be safe out there when you go out there. All right. And we will meet again next week. Let's keep this conversation going. If you have any comment, any questions, please add up to the comment section below, and I'll be sure, if not me, my team will be sure to answer it as well. Until then, stay blessed. Have a fruitful Saturday. Have a blessful week ahead. Thank you. Thank you. I sign out, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.